Hello and welcome to a short edition of Cranky Gun Reviews. I have a short benchtop review and I will be doing a range test with this very soon. But before I show you what's in this box, I will say that lately the market has been up and down on a lot of things lately. So some guns that you had that you didn't really think were worth a lot of money might be worth more than you think they are. So I'd been looking for quite a while for a better high capacity 22 long rifle pistol, or revolver rather. I had the Charter Arms Pathfinder target model, which was a 6-shot revolver, very accurate, lots of fun. It was the first 22 revolver I bought, worked great. But it was a lower end model. And then I also have the Harrington & Richardson 930. Is a 9-shot 22 revolver. That one, it's a cool old gun, but it's not one I want to put a lot of rounds through because the nickel plating on it in a couple places isn't perfect. It also has the firing pin on the hammer, and I'm trying to keep that one in as good a condition as I can. Plus the sights on it are kind of messed up, so I really can't shoot it a lot for accurate shooting. But I had the Target Pathfinder, and I wanted something that was a little bit better. I'd been looking for what's in this box for quite a while, and one popped up used. When I brought my Pathfinder in to trade it in, I was pleasantly surprised. I paid $250 for the Charter Arms Pathfinder about 2.5 years ago, and I just went and traded it in, and I got $300 for it. So getting more than you paid for something like that is phenomenal, especially considering, you know, those guns are all over the place. But just the fact that in my area, the supply is low, and it's a low price gun, so a lot of people can afford it. So what did I trade it in for? This is a Smith and Wesson model 617 with a 4-inch barrel. I'd been looking at these for quite some time, and the main appeal for this for me, it's a 10-shot cylinder. So I have some snap caps in here so people don't freak out with me dry firing it. But I had been looking at these for quite some time, and they're not cheap. Usually you can find these with a 6-inch barrel. I wanted a 4-inch barrel, and that's what this is. But usually they range from $700 to about $900 used or new. They really don't go down much once they're used. And with the $300 trade-in that I had on the Charter Arms Pathfinder, obviously I had to make up the difference in cash, but it worked out well for me. Still has nice adjustable sights on this. The rear sights you can adjust for elevation and windage. In the front sight, I think it's called a Patridge style sight. No idea what that means, but it's basically a flat tip block of steel on the side that you're looking down, and then the front of it's kind of a little bit of a ramp. I will end up putting some orange paint down here because it's a little bit hard to pick up that sight picture, kind of get a look at it. So I mean, it's, you know, it's not the greatest sight picture without having some kind of paint on it, but it doesn't matter. This is a newer model. This is a 617-6, I believe. I looked up on, or I should say I contacted Smith and Wesson to look up the manufacture date on this. This is from February of 2020, so the gun's only a year old. And when I got it, around the forcing cone over here, there was a pile of lead on the bottom of it. And there was a little bit of leading above the forcing cone in the frame. So I suspect what happened was the rest of the gun was pretty clean. The barrel was clean. There wasn't powder burns all over the frame or anything like that. So what I think happened was somebody bought this in 2020, took it out, put, I don't know, 150, 200 rounds, 300 rounds of 22 lead round nose through it. And they got such a buildup of lead around the forcing cone, and it's really hard to clean off if you don't really take your time and do it, or if you don't clean the gun first and keep it oiled or a little bit like some kind of a wax on there so that the lead wipes off when you clean it. You get a really bad buildup, and it's hard to get off. You actually have to kind of scrape it off or use some kind of a like Croil or something like that to get it off. So there was a huge buildup of lead on there, but otherwise the gun was clean. Like somebody had actually taken the time to clean it. But I think they realized that Revolvers take a little bit more work to keep clean and to keep functioning well than a standard semi-auto would, because the semi-auto, the bullet goes into the chamber, or the round goes into the chamber completely and closes the breech before you fire it, so you don't have that lead buildup that you typically have with a revolver. Maybe somebody just didn't want to clean it, but at any rate, I got a gun that was only a year old, functions really well. The single action trigger on this thing is unreal. I mean, it's got to be like 2 or 3 pounds on the single action trigger on this. And the double action trigger, not bad. I think somebody might have loosened up the trigger spring in here. These ones have a little screw on the bottom that you can loosen up and tighten that to get a little bit more tension on it. So I haven't fired this yet. I will be taking it to the range soon. But just wanted to show you guys, this is what I got to replace my Charter Arms Pathfinder. A little bit pricey, but it's a phenomenal gun. It's going to be lots of fun to shoot. And little side note, if you get one of these, there's a couple of dates on the packaging here. So I think this is like the model number 1605584A 617-6. This 022120 is actually like a born-on date. So I did validate with Smith and Wesson that 02 means February 21st of 2020. So 02/21/20 is actually the date that this thing was manufactured. So just a little side note, kind of cool. You can kind of get a born-on dating for these things if you can see the box. And yeah, that's just a short video. Look forward to seeing range reviews of this gun. I plan on putting a lot of rounds through this thing. I love revolvers and I love 22s. Thanks for watching Cranky Gun Reviews. Have a great day. God bless America. And make sure you support your 2A rights.